Hello everyone and welcome to a new video. Today I'm starting a new series in Planet Zoo. I'm very excited for the new game to come out in a couple of months, but I still wanted to build one more big zoo in the original game. And to start, I have already created some staff building shells in my blueprints. Let's see if I can find them. And I'm going to drop those down in the corner here. And the reason why I'd like to start by building shells of my staff buildings is so that as I'm going throughout the zoo, every time, I need to add another power and water facility or another staff room, I'm not building something from scratch. And they're all kind of moderately detailed, enough to fit in, but not enough to slow down the processing system. I also really like to build out a little panel like this with my color palette for the zoo. This is just kind of a general idea of some of the things I'd like to use. And in my mind, these are on plaster panels, but in the game, they're actually limestone. I think the limestone pieces have a better color and texture. The plaster panels tend to gray everything out and they have really hard edges, which makes it hard to smooth pieces together to make them look seamless. So anyways, these are the colors I'm thinking about using in the zoo today. And the style for these staff rooms are all in kind of a Pueblo revival style, which I think is really nice and fitting for the area in kind of like Arizona, northern Mexico. But if I jump back to the beginning here, this is the default entrance building, which I do really like, but I have a lot of fun on my own building an entrance building, so I'm going to get started with that. I imagine there's a bit of a parking lot up front, which I'll put in when I'm in a better place with money. And for now, I'm just going to get started on a hill. I know that I want to build my entrance elevated so it's easier to see throughout the zoo. I also know that I want to, let me turn off blueprints, put an exhibit on the first floor. All right, and that is a good height for it then. So let me just build this hill. And like I said, the staff buildings are all in a Pueblo revival style, which I really like and I want to use throughout the zoo. But I also am really interested in kind of like a mid-century modern aesthetic for zoos. I think that's really great, especially in the Southwest area like we are. So that's probably what my entrance is going to be. And also for this video, I am going to do a lot of it in live, like selecting animals, making decisions about the zoo. But some of the larger builds, like I know this is going to be, I'm going to jump into a speed build for that. So I'll see you in a little bit. All right, and here we are. I've got the basic shell done. And before I start detailing, I did earlier put an exhibit in. And I'm gonna have some screens and stuff with some screenshots of whatever we decide to put in here. So let's start with that. If I open up exhibit trading and I go to the Zoopedia, and for this first exhibit, I want something kind of local to the area. So let's do exhibit North America and desert. That gives us 4 options. We got the scorpion, the Gila monster, a tarantula, and a rattlesnake. I'm thinking Gila monster because I just think they're really cool animals. And they do originate from the area we're working in. So let's get started with the Gila monster. Okay, so let's look up the Gila monster. And I think it said 1 female, 1 male, right? Oh, 2 females, 2 males. Okay. So let's pick some males. He's great. Ooh, we do not have a lot of money. Unfortunately, that's one of the things when you start off by building aesthetically at first, that can be a challenge in franchise mode. I wouldn't recommend if you're new to the game to start off by building a huge entrance like this, but I do know that exhibit animals and the animal I kind of have an idea for our first habitat are relatively low cost, so it won't be too challenging to come back. I am probably gonna have to take out a loan, but before this guy times out, let's buy him. Let's see, how's this one? He's pretty good too. And then let's look for female. Okay, neither are great, and that's totally fine, because right now, unfortunately with our $500, we are gonna have to take out a loan. And I don't like these other loans. I pretty much only ever take out this first one, the $20,000 at 5%. Probably not a good start to our zoo. We haven't even opened and we're 20K in the hole.
I am never gonna financially recover from this.
Also, on the front of the building, here, let me show you. I want to put the name of our zoo here, but as you can see in my settings, our zoo is called New Zoo right now. So please drop a comment below on what you think the name of this zoo should be. I would love to use your ideas. But for now, let's get those guys in here. Oh, there's probably not a path because I haven't connected it, huh? Let's look. Will it let me put them in? Oh, it did. Okay. So that is our exhibit. And I'm going to take another limestone. I'm going to make this look like a bigger exhibit than it really is. So I'm going to do a couple of tricks. there's our exhibit for our Gila monsters. And let's see, have I already researched these before? Oh my gosh, it's gonna be hard to get in here. Okay, first their climate. They like 95 to 108, so let's set it to 100 or 101. And then 15 to 25, let's set this to 20. So they should be happy with that when we eventually hit play. Oh yeah, and I have researched this, so I can add in all kinds of stuff. Alright, now with everything in it, let's see if that blends well. All right, and I think it's just about time to walk through everything we have built today. Now, normally I'd love to do these walkthroughs while the game is playing, but based on the cheery expressions of our guests, they seem to be doing really well, so I probably shouldn't turn that game on. We don't have a lot of cash right now, and I have a feeling as soon as I hit play, our money is going to drop even faster, and we have already taken out a loan, so I want something to be able to build the next area with. But As I said before, I do think I want to build a parking lot area out front here, but that's kind of a cosmetic thing to add in later. If we go up the hill, this is our pergola with the entrance ticketing booths. Over to this side, we have our information desks. They're not too popular right now, but I hope they will start to make us some money. And then through here, someday there will be a really great view of our zoo. Right now, the plaza area is a little empty, but that is my plan for the next video, is to tackle this area and also build our first habitat animal enclosure here. Now, I also know that it's just a game, but I like to include some accessibility area, so I've added a ramp down instead of the stairs that are inside. But if we go back up here and through this doorway, this is our gift shop area. And eventually I'd like to have a bunch of pictures in here of places in our zoo and different animals, but right now we don't have a lot to feature, but we'll stay tuned. This will continue to be updated. Right now, over here on our counter, this is just a memento counter. We have Walter. Yang is working nice and hard, selling lots of merchandise. Over here, I do think that is a great picture of the Gila monster. This is actually really easy to do. I just clicked on the exhibit and viewed it and took a screenshot, adjusted the brightness a little bit, and then added it to the user media folder that's associated with this game. And in that way, see, like in here, you can have a bunch of your own custom pictures. You can see from previous playthroughs, I have a bunch of pictures of different animals. But for now, that is our Gila monster. Someday these will have pictures too. And over here we have a little education area, some signboards with a donation bin. And down the stairs, this is our restroom area with some more educational opportunities. This restroom area is actually in a really great place because this bump out, one, makes the building more interesting rather than just kind of a big rectangle, but also it hides where these, ooh, that's the ceiling. It hides where these stairs clip into the wall. The Planet Zoo pathing, if you've ever played, you know that is very challenging. So you take what you can get, and I think that looks pretty good. And over here, the star of our first video, this is our Gila monster. And it looks like our educator, what's their name? Mina, I think, is about to give a talk on our Gila monster, and she can't hold them, they're too large. But sometimes for these educational talks, they can throw food or they can hold them while they're educating guests about them. Speaking about education, we also have a little education board and a speaker here with our donation bin, of course. We've got to get our money up. And then I do actually really like that picture of our Gila monster. Maybe it's a little dark. I could turn up the brightness a little bit, but let's check on our Gila monsters. And oh, there's one guy on the rock ledge there, and another one kind of basking in that lamp hanging down. They look to be doing great. I did add in 2 females to join our 2 males that were already there. And the Gila monsters have a capacity of 4 total. So I did turn on the population management controls. This means that if a new animal is born inside this enclosure, right now I have it set to automatically sell, so that will become some passive income for our zoo. And also keep these guys from being too cramped and overcrowded. But that is our main entrance area. And just as a reminder, I am saving this spot up here for the name of our zoo, so please drop a comment if you have any ideas. I'd love to take something from the comments to put on to here. And stay tuned for the next video where we tackle the plaza and our first habitat animal.